Hello, friends. Okay, we are talking about Unit 5 of World History A. And of course, I love this unit because it talks about revolutions, and there's so much cool stuff to learn about revolutions. And it goes through, the scientific revolution, and then the Enlightenment, and then the American Revolution, the French Revolution, Latin American revolutions, and the Industrial Revolution, which I think is such a great theme and takes us into World History B so well. I love it. I think it's so much fun. Anyway, so make sure that you have your focus notes and that you're following along and writing down some notes with me, and let's do this, okay? So first of all, we have Martin Luther and putting the 95 Theses on the wall. This is kind of a different spin on the whole thing. And it talks about, we're talking about how the scientific revolution kind of happened along with the Enlightenment, and brought to pass um, the Protestant Reformation and how that all happened, which is pretty cool stuff and pretty amazing to see how it all came to pass. So there you go with that. More on the scientific revolution, we have Copernicus and his discovery of the um, the prism and a lot of stuff with having to do with space, and he discovered that the world was heliocentric, meaning that the sun was in the middle of our solar system. And anyway, super interesting stuff. Okay, so then we go on to the American and the French Revolution. And the idea of government that was formed in the Declaration of Independence was that governments are created by people but given to us by God. And they derive their powers from God. And he gives us all the powers of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, which also had been in the Declarations of Man, too. It wasn't new in the Declaration of Independence, okay? So then we had, American independence, which France helped us a lot to gain independence. And then they had their own independence. Oh, this is one of my very favorite paintings of the American Revolution. It's completely inaccurate when you really look at it because, first of all, you're not going to stand up when you're crossing the Potomac River, you know, um, at Christmas time. But that's what these guys are doing, right? But if you look at this picture, the cool thing about it is that it has all of these people from all of these different races, but they are all in the same boat. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. So they're all going for the same cause, and that was independence, which is super cool. All right, so here we have the storming of the Bastille, and that was the thing that started the French Revolution. It was called the Great Fear. Okay, here's another picture of it. So, so France helped us with our revolution, but then they had a little revolution of their own. Theirs didn't go quite so well, which is kind of interesting. And then when we talk about the Industrial Revolution, we have the invention of the cotton gin, which was done by Eli Whitney. And back when I was in a brick and mortar school, I would order cotton, and we would pick it apart, by hand, which is quite long process to do. But then you could see how Eli Willie's cotton gin that would just take the seeds out of the cotton and and make it into just straight cotton was really an ingenious idea. Um, so anyway, the cotton gin really helped made the Civil War happen because all of a sudden, cotton could be more valuable. So that was super interesting. Industrial Revolution, we've also got a lot of kids here, and hopefully you'll see pictures like this, of kids working in factories and stuff. And I tell my kids that maybe we should make them do that someday as well. Haha, just kidding. So anyway, interesting stuff. If you have any questions, please let me know. For your project for this unit, you are going to be doing a DBQ, which is a document-based question, okay? Everything is here on my website, and so I'm not going to give you a ton of information about it, but a DBQ means that I give you the sources and I give you what to write about, okay? So you have these sources that you get to choose from, and you just need to write an essay about what it talks about. Anyway, if you have any questions, please let me know, and I will see you soon.